Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at the rule of 72. This is a mathematics rule where you can look at how long it's going to take something to double with various interest rates or growth rates. In this case, for rule of 72, we're going to be using this to see how long it's going to take for an economy's real GDP to double. So we're interested in the number of years it's going to take an economy to double. Because it's the rule of 72, we're going to start off with the number 72, and then we're going to divide that by whatever the growth rate is. So if we have a growth rate of 3%, we would divide 72 by 3. So we're not going to be using 0.03 or some other things you may associate with percentages. We're just going to take that whole number. So 1% growth rate, you divide by 1. 10% growth rate, we divide by 10. And this is going to tell us with 3% continual growth how many years our economy is going to take to double in size, right? Or real GDP to double in size. Small differences in the growth rate can have very large impacts on how rapidly the standard of living increases. In this case, we're using real GDP as a measure of standard of living. And so economies that have more real GDP, they are growing, and in general, we see that standard of living goes up in conjunction with real GDP. Now, obviously, as we talked about in our chapter about GDP, this is not a perfect measure of standard of living or well-being. There may be a lot of things that are missing from this, but oftentimes governments and economists, they use this to try to estimate a country's standard of living. Partly because it's something that is measured in many different countries, it's data that we have available, and it is at least somewhat correlated with standard of living. If we have a 1% growth rate, that means that our real GDP is going to double after 72 years. So 72 divided by 1. 2% growth rate, now our real GDP or standard of living is going to double after only 36 years. So 72 divided by 2. Growth rate of 4%, 72 divided by 4, means that GDP is going to grow after or double in only 18 years. And so this makes a really big difference over a person's lifetime. At 1% growth, by the end of your life, things are going to be twice as good as they were when you were born, when you started. At 36 years, real GDP is going to double twice, possibly 3 times in your life. 4% growth, now it's doubling every 18 years, and you might see that that is increasing 5 times in your lifetime, which means usually productivity is probably going up, wages are going up, and we assume standard of living is going up. We'll discuss some of the shortcomings of economic growth in another video. So small growth rates small changes in growth rates have large changes in real GDP when you're looking over very long periods of time. In this graph here, it is showing 2 countries, 2 economies that have different growth rates. Our economy on the bottom, represented by this orange line, has a real GDP growing at 2.4%. Our upper economy, this green line, has real GDP growing at 3.5%. And so, normally we might not think that that's very big of a difference. So 2.4% growth compared to 3.5% growth. This is a 1.1% difference. So it's not much of a difference. But when we look at this graph, this is showing what's happening to our economy over the period of 60 years. And we can see that over 60 years, our bottom economy is going to double twice. So they're going to be 4 times as well off as they were when they started. So it looks like at the end, they're probably somewhere around $12,000. Starting point for both of these economies was around $3,000. Our top economy, with 3.5%, they reached that second doubling of the economy 20 years earlier. So in 2010, right? Now they're at around 12,000. And by the end, 2030, at the end of the 60 years, they've actually doubled a third time and now are closer to $24,000. And so you look at this and you could see how even just that small percentage change, 1.1% extra over 60 years, means that this top economy is doing twice as well as the bottom one. So even relatively small differences in growth make a big difference over a long period of time. Now, one thing that is useful about this is that it means developing countries or developing economies might actually be able to catch up to the developed world, right, or the wealthier nations. Because typically as your economy gets more advanced, the growth rates slow down. Developing countries, they have more capacity for growth. They still have a lot of things to improve upon. They have a lot of innovations and technologies that have already been implemented around the world that they just have to adopt. They don't have to necessarily invent anything new. And so the potential for high growth rates or relatively much higher growth rates in developing countries is high. And it's possible that countries can catch up. So let's look at an example, a catch-up example. So let's assume there's a leader country that has a real GDP per capita of $50,000 and a follower country that has a real GDP per capita of $25,000. If our leader country has stopped growing, so they have a growth rate of 0%, and the follower country has a growth rate of 6%, how many years will it take for the follower country to catch up to the same standard of living as the leader country? So here what we're going to do is we're going to use our rule of 72 to see how long it's going to take our follower country to double in size. So we're going to say 72 divided by 6 because they have a growth rate of 6%, and that's going to lead to real GDP doubling in 12 years. And so if the follower country is growing 6% more than our leader country, they're going to have the same level of real GDP per person, per capita, after only 12 years.